paradise. And it's a little chilly everywhere in the world, but right here, it's nice and warm. So today is the last day of the worst of your life and the first day of the best of your life. So what are we going to do that's different? Today we're going to talk about self-care, which is actually self-love. But before we get started, Maestro, hit it.
Drum up your Qi. Qi-Gong drum. Drum up your Qi.
And drumming actually lowers your blood pressure. So if you're worried about blood pressure, so we're going to learn about how to stimulate all of the endocrine glands. So we're going to go with the gonads, we're going to go with the pancreas, we're going to go with the thyroid, we're going to do the cranial tap, the pituitary pull, and the pineal push.
Drum your lungs side to side. Drum your lungs side to side. Qi-Gong side to side. Qi-Gong side to side. Now drum your lungs side to side. Drum your lungs side to side. Qi-Gong side to side. Qi-Gong side to side. Drum your kidneys side to side. Drum your kidneys side to side. Qi-Gong side to side. Qi-Gong side to side. Now drum your kidneys side to side. Drum your kidneys side to side. Qi-Gong side to side. Qi-Gong side to side. Now drum your chest side to side. Drum your chest side to side. Qi-Gong side to side. Qi-Gong side to side. Now drum your thighs side to side. Drum your thighs side to side. Qi-Gong side to side. Qi-Gong side to side. Now drum your sacrum side to side. Sacral pump side to side. Qi-Gong side to side. Qi-Gong side to side. Now drum your sacral pump. Drum your sacral pump. Qi-Gong side to side. Qi-Gong side to side. Now drum up your arm. Drum down your arm. Drum up your arm. Drum down your arm. Drum up your arm. Drum down your arm. Switch arms. Drum up your arm. Drum down your arm. Now drum your leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, drum your leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, drum your leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, switch your leg. Now drum your leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, drum your leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, drum your leg. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now drum your heart. Drum your lungs. Drum your heart. Drum your lungs. Qi-Gong. Qi-Gong side to side. Now drum your heart. Drum your lungs. Drum your heart. Drum your lungs. Qi-Gong side to side. Qi-Gong side to side. Now slap your liver on the right. Slap your spleen on the left. Slap your liver on the right. Slap your spleen on the left. Drum your liver. Drum your spleen. Drum your liver. Drum your spleen. Drum your liver. Drum your spleen. Qi-Gong side to side. Now drum your belly side to side. Drum your belly side to side. Drum your belly side to side. Old age, sickness, suffering, and death.
Old age, sickness, suffering, and death. Prevention is the only cure. To live a drug-free life and more. Asthma, allergies, diabetes, heart disease. Lifestyle is for me, so I can be pain-free and do more. Suffering and death, prevention is the only cure. To live a drug-free life and more. Asthma, allergies, diabetes, heart disease. Lifestyle is for me, so I can be pain-free and do more. Now, pluck your thyroid side to side. Pluck your thyroid side to side. Qi-Gong side to side. Qi-Gong side to side. Now pluck your thyroid side to side. Pluck your thyroid side to side. Qi-Gong side to side. Qi-Gong side to side. Now pancreas poke side to side. Pancreas poke side to side. Qi-Gong side. Qi-Gong side to side. Now gonad bump. Bang your hip bones. Gonad bump. Bang your hip bones. Qi-Gong side to side. Now make little hammers at your fingertips. Pineal push side to side. Pineal push. side to side. Qi-Gong, side to side. Qi-Gong, side to side. Now cranial tap, side to side. Cranial tap, side to side. Qi-Gong, side to side. Put your thumb on your temples. Pull apart your forehead. Pituitary pull, side to side. Pituitary pull, side to side. Qi-Gong, side to side. Pituitary pull, side to side. Pituitary pull, side to side. Qi-Gong, side to side. Now, if you did this every morning, your endocrine glands would be really, really happy. So, we've done the Meridian Flow before. The Meridian Flow goes from the kidney, liver, spleen up to the chest. And then from the chest, it goes down to the hands. And then it goes from the fingers up to the face. And then from the face, it goes down to the feet. So, earth to feet, feet to heart, heart to hands, hands to face, face to heaven, heaven to earth, earth to feet, feet to heart, heart to hands, hands to face, face to heaven, heaven to earth, earth to feet, feet to heart, heart to hands, hands to face, face to heaven, heaven to earth, earth to feet, feet to heart, heart to hands, hands to face, face to heaven, heaven to earth, earth to feet. Now, I want you to rub your hands together, create some friction, generate some heat, and now put your hand on the back of the other hand. Feel that heat. And now I want you to pump the Qi up your arm. Pump it up, pump it up, pump it up. Feel that heat. Feel it going up your arm. Feel it going up the back of the neck, across the jaw, down the chin, down the neck, and then down the inside of the arm. Generate that heat. You're inside, you're not outdoors. If you're not feeling heat coming from your hand, then you got to create some more friction. Generate some more heat. Now, if you're at home alone, then you're not wearing a top. Whether you're a man or a woman, you're not wearing a top. Back of the neck, across the chin, front of the neck, and down the inside of the arm. Okay, so now you just generated heat to move through the meridians. This is what we call the arm yang and the arm yin, okay? Now, the legs do the opposite of the arms, okay? So what the legs do is the legs come up the inside. And then that's the leg yin. It comes up the inside. The leg yang goes down the outside. So when we go 1, 2, 3, 4, we're specifically going down the outside and we're going up the inside. but we're doing it at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what we're doing. Down leg yang, up leg yin. Okay, so this is arm yang, this is arm yin. Okay, so if we did this in the morning and at night we did this, at night we did this, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If we did that 3 times down the outside of each leg 3 times, that would be beneficial because we're on our feet all day. So when you go to bed at night, you've created an internal vibration to break up any stagnation. And then in the mornings, we can start, and again, this is what you do in bed. This is how you demonstrate self-love and self-care, is you start on the feet and then you come up the inside to the groin, and then right in the groin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we start with the center of the belly button. You put your hand there and we do 8 ever widening concentric circles. And at night, you're going to do the reverse. At night, when you go to bed, after you've banged your legs down, then you're going to start on the outside and ever smaller concentric circles in. But in the morning, you're going to do this and then do this, okay? So this is how we demonstrate self-love and self-care. Now, there's something called the 5 healing breaths. Now, you may have known about this, you may have heard about it, you may have read a book on it, you might have seen a YouTube video on the 5 healing breaths. But what they don't tell you is that there's acupressure. So your liver's on the right. So when we talk about the liver breath, you actually push in on the liver, and the color of the liver is green. And when we talk about the spleen, we literally go up under the ribs, and the color of the spleen is yellow, okay? Now, the lungs are silver white. So we know where the lungs are. And so we take the lungs to the center. We go in, so we don't stay here. We push it in, and we all know that the heart is right there. So we're pushing the energy there, okay? So this is how you can heal your internal organs. I think this is so amazing, and this is part of the Blue Dragon Qi-Gong Academy curriculum. But the information exists in the world, but people don't put it together and teach it as a specific method of self-healing. And that's what bothers me, and that's why I'm glad you're here to get this, okay? Now, the belly, your tummy, your belly, your stomach, nobody really knows where that is. And my father bought me something called the Visible Man. It was a model, it was 15 inches high, and you had to glue the things together and paint them. And it was a model of the human body and all the internal organs. So I assumed that everybody's father bought them that same thing. Little did I know, they really didn't. So if you use the belly button as a midpoint, everything above the belly button is going to be the stomach, the pancreas, the spleen, and the liver. Stomach, pancreas, spleen, liver. So there's 4 organs above the belly button. But below the belly button is the small intestines, the large intestines, the bladder, and the rectum. Small, large, bladder, rectum. So there's 4 organs below the belly button. So when people say their tummy hurts or their belly hurts, the first thing I ask is it above the belly button or below the belly button? Most of the time, it's below. And that means you ate too much, you ate too fast, you ate the wrong thing, and you ate the wrong time. Okay? So these are critical issues because the origin of heart disease, which is the #1 cause of death in America, comes from what you eat. So a lot of people assume that all they have to do is change their diets and they're going to be healthy. Well, changing your diet is definitely going to protect your heart, but it's not going to protect your lungs. It's not going to protect your kidneys. It's not going to protect your liver. It's not going to protect your spleen. Okay? So what you eat is important, but for the liver to work better, you've got to exercise. For the spleen to work better, you have to exercise. For the kidneys to work better, you have to meditate. And for the heart to work better, you've got to dance and sing. Whoa, wait a second, time out. Heart, dancing and singing, what are you talking about? Okay, so the heart has a rhythm, doom, 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 doom. The lungs also have a rhythm. So doom, 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 doom. So the heart and lungs have a rhythm. In fact, the heart is not separate from the lungs is not separate from the heart. They are actually one system because the only function of the lung is to purify the blood that the heart distributes. So it should be lung heart, not heart and lungs. It's lung heart. Because without the lungs, you can't purify the blood. So, how we heal the organs, okay? So the spleen likes running. The liver likes exercise, muscle strengthening. But the heart likes singing. So when you breathe in, the diaphragm pushes the air out of the lungs and it goes up and it vibrates past the vocal cords. Ah. So I want you to do this right now. Put 3 fingers right on your breastbone. Take a deep breath and go, ah. You should feel a vibration in your breastbone. That's where your heart is being protected by the breastbone. So singing opens your heart and dancing creates the rhythm. Dancing is the rhythm that the heart moves to. Now, when I was in acupuncture school, they took a microphone and put it on my pulse. The speaker was in the ceiling. The teacher, Milford Graves, played a snare drum and my pulse changed. Then he played a bass drum, doom, doom, doom. My pulse changed again. And then he played a djembe, which is an African drum, and my pulse changed again. So just by playing different drums, he was able to change my heart rate. Wow, that completely blew my mind. So if just boom, 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 ba-da-dum, dum, 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 if that can change your heart, then somebody's voice could change your heart. Violin music could change your heart. A baby crying could change your heart rate. People arguing that you don't even know could change your heart rate. Watching a movie where animals get killed can change your heart rate. So there's so many different things that we don't even think about that can change your heart rate. So how do we heal the heart? We have to protect our eyes from seeing garbage. We have to protect our ears from hearing garbage. We have to protect our mouth from speaking garbage. And we have to sing and we have to dance. And that's how we heal our hearts. That's the end of part 1 of Sunrise Qi-Gong. I'm Dr. Love for the Blue Dragon Qi-Gong Academy. So I want you to share, like, and subscribe. And if you want to join this class where I go into way detailed information about how to heal yourself with movement, text Blue Dragon, one word, to 66866. Thank you. We'll be right back with part 2.